They're off in the Golden State Juvenile Fillies. And a good beginning for Too Sassy. Mohaven showing early speed. Cashed came out running in third, and then Pasalubong in fourth. Liberation on the far outside is next, and then Strong Morals. And down toward the inside, it's Cara Rose as they race out of the chute. After that comes Lino's Angel, My Cat down toward the inside. Break of another two back to Crunchy. Miss Kona finds herself last early on here. She's 12 lengths off of front-running Cashed. Up the backstretch in 21.9 seconds. Cashed a half length in front. Too Sassy and Mohaven heads apart, second and third by two. Liberation fourth on the outside. Strong Morals is fifth and down toward the rail. Racing for the far turn, then Pasalubong, followed by My Cat. Cara Rose, Lino's Angel on the outside. Miss Kona riding the rail around that turn. Now comes one off the rail, switches to the outside, but is still 10 lengths behind as they make their way to the top of the stretch. It's Cashed on the inside. Mohaven to the outside. The two of them kick on from Too Sassy, who's under a drive from third. Liberation is fourth, and they're into the stretch. Mohaven drifting in, bumping there with Cashed with 1 furlong to run. Mohaven and Cashed. Mohaven's got a neck in front. Cashed on the inside is given way. Then comes Liberation, who's closing in the center, but it's Mohaven. Mohaven and Hector Barrios under the wire in front. They win it by 4 in the end. And then came Cashed in second, followed by Liberation and Miss Kona.
9-6-12. Mohaven gets bet down late and finds the wire first here as the Sadler runners finish 1-3, getting split by the 6-horse Cashed here for Team O'Neill.
Coming out of the starting gate, the 3 hopped out of the gate, the 4 reacted to that. The 4, Miss Kona, took a lot of money and was shuffled back pretty significantly. The 9-horse, forwardly placed, always involved in this race. She did bump Cashed pretty hard, deep stretch. There might be cause to take a look at this one.
Yeah, let's take a look turning for home. Cashed actually ran, I thought, one of the toughest races in the race. She did all the heavy lifting. She did all the work to lead this field around there and try and go gate to wire. She did well to hang on for second. And she does get bumped late, as Christina talked about. Hector Barrios, if he survives this and the horse remains up, that's back-to-back wins on the card. Right here, when they go for the lead change, riders anticipate that when they come off the turn, they try to get that right, horses jump to that right lead. They will drift in a little bit with that weight transfer. But this horse went about his business and won very, very easy. Again, to underscore, did the interference cost the horse a better placing? I don't know, but I think Cashed was always going to finish second.
9-6-12-4-7, the order of finish. This horse went off as your 9-5 favorite.
Wow.
Large of odds of 7-2 when they had reached the starting gate. The late action brought this one down to the role of favorite.
Yeah, and as you're looking ahead, if you continue to be checking those will pays, whether it's for the double, the pick 4s, the pick 3s, it can give you a clue as to where that money in the late stages is going to come in, and it figured to do so in this case, and it certainly did with Mohaven as she ends up your 9-5 favorite. It's hard to say, with that big bump, because I think with young horses especially.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a steward's inquiry looking at the first 2 finishers at the top of the stretch. Hold all tickets.
And we're not surprised. We knew that was going to happen. We mentioned it right after they crossed the wire. I don't know that they could make a disqualification, but they do have to look at this because it is a significant bump.
Yes, and it was inadvertent, as Simon mentioned. Hector Barrios on the 9 was attempting to get Mohaven kind of balanced to ask for the lead change. When we picked up the replay, we're already beyond it. So we'll try to back that tape up and give you kind of the full picture if you can. But sometimes when you hit any horse, when you make that kind of contact, they can have the wind knocked out of them. You can really lose your air. In addition to your momentum, just the ability to gather and to keep giving 100%.
That's why it's subjective. Did it cost the horse a better placing? We don't know in case something happened. There's the contact as that horse came in, and then you'll see, it's funny actually, the 4 horse does exactly the, Cashed does exactly the same thing after the contact. Right there, he's trying to get his own horse to switch leads. He makes the exact same carbon copy move that the 9 Mohaven did at the top of the stretch to cause the interference.
So there's the bump.
That's the second bump, right?
That was the first bump. This is it. Check it out. Yeah,
I actually think it's more significant on the part of the 9, but look at the 6 does come in a little bit as well. This might be a little more 50-50
than it looks.
Than the pan first appeared. The drone kind of shows a different story with both horses as they're attempting to get that lead change just come together.
Six is coming out there on the left-handed urging.
I think the 6 is coming out, if as much, if not more. Look at the harrow marks on the track. That'll give you a straight line.
Yep.
And look at how Mohaven is running. And his footprints when he goes past it. He's maintaining the same track. It crosses over right here, but look where he is. And you watch where those feet are. He's in the same spot.
That's the 6 coming out.
That's the 6 coming out.
And then
I don't think there's any change to be made.
They overcorrect here on the 6. They try to get him to switch leads. They come back down to the inside. And this is why we go overhead. Yeah, I mean, when you watch the pan view, you think
you would have gone the other way.
That's why you got to look at all the angles.
As they are going to look it over. And
ladies and gentlemen, the stewards have ruled that there will be no change to the order of finish. The result will stand 9-6, 12-4-7.
Correct call and expeditiously made. Hats off to the stewards.
I would agree. And it's nice to see the sort of acceleration of the technology, all the different camera angles that we have. We've used the drone, in FanDuel for quite a while, and it is something that is regularly viewed now by the stewards. And in this case, I think it was a deciding factor.
Changed my decision.
Same.
Mohaven wins the Golden State Juvenile Fillies for Pete and Ev Perella's Legacy Ranch.
Number 9, Mohaven was first. Second, number 6, Cashed. Third, number 12, Liberation. Fourth, number 4, Miss Kona. And fifth was number 7, Too Sassy. 9-6, 12-4-7. Please continue to stand by until the results are declared official. Now entering the winner's circle is number 9, Mohaven, a 2-year-old dark bear brown filly by Yaupan out of Bahama Mischief by Into Mischief. Mohaven was bred in California by Richard Barton Enterprises, now owned by Legacy Ranch Incorporated, trained by John Sadler. That's a first and third place finish for trainer John Sadler and his team in this race. Your winning jockey, Hector Barrios. This gives jockey Hector Barrios his second win on the Friday program. Ladies and gentlemen, we call your attention to the winner's circle, where Del Mar is pleased to welcome the mayor of Del Mar, Terry Gasterlin, and the president of the California Thoroughbred Breeders Association, Doug Burge. This race is now official.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up shortly on the television monitors will be the inquiry replay of the Golden State Juvenile Fillies. We'll be showing you two views, the drone and the head-on shot view. We'll be watching the first two horses in the stretch run. The drone shot first and then the head-on. In the drone shot, you will see the two horses in the stretch will bump, but the incident did not warrant a disqualification. Again, we're watching numbers 6 on the inside and 9 on the outside. And you'll see these two horses bump at the top of the stretch, but the incident did not warrant a disqualification. We'll show you the head-on shot as well. Again, we're watching the 9 on the outside, the 6 on the inside, Mohaven and Cashed. You'll see the two of them will come together at the top of the stretch, but the incident did not warrant a disqualification.
Number 9, Mohaven, pays $5.60 to win. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is race 4, the Senator Ken Matties Stakes. 5 furlongs on the turf. Scratch numbers 5 and 7. 28 minutes until race number 4. The Senator Kenmeti